Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt, and on today's episode, we are talking about The Gifted, episode 4, which premiered last night. Overall, I really like this episode. I think we're starting to pick up a lot of steam and kind of get into the actual, rhythm of the show now. I like that the whole family is together. The whole Strucker family is finally together, even though the dad decided to go out on a limb and do this thing where he wants to make sure that the Sentinel services and police force go look in a different direction for the Mutant Underground and everybody else. So he was separated from the rest of the family for a while, and I was like, I swear, if he gets captured again and we just go straight into this, that is so annoying. It is so annoying. But thankfully, that invisible guy came through and tested him a little bit, but got him out of the situation, and we're good to go. And then the rest of the Strucker family decided to operate on a guy with a gunshot wound. So now they're surgeons, and they've kind of earned the trust of a lot of the Mutant Underground because that guy who can go invisible with the cool mustache, he basically told all of the Mutant Underground, which is just a lot more people now because Sentinel Services is raiding a lot of safe houses. He told everybody that Daddy Strucker was going to basically betray them, which he didn't do. So, I mean, that's really just dumb. So basically, the Struckers have finally earned at least a little bit of faith with the Mutant Underground, which is kind of ridiculous. Those kids have been helping them out since they got there. The mom's been a bit annoying. She's kind of the no person of this series, I feel like. She's constantly saying no. Like when the kid was like, I'm O negative, I can give him blood. And she was like, no. I'm like, literally, there's no harm in giving blood. People do it all the time. You can save 3 lives doing it. Thankfully, of course, she let that happen. Am I hoping that she gets, I don't know, I hope she doesn't just turn into the no person the entire time, and that maybe once she develops, she becomes a little bit more aggressive. And even though she doesn't have powers, she, lets them go do things and doesn't try to protect them like they're little kids, even though they're little kids, but they're mutant little kids, so I think they can protect themselves. They have got awesome powers. Also, the parents are in a neat little place now to where the mom, who is a nurse in real life, can really become the doctor of the Mutant Underground, and then the Daddy Strucker, he can kind of become the security person, considering he knows how Sentinel Service and the police work, because he's a prosecutor. So I think they're in a pretty good place right now, and I hope that, I don't know what I hope from that storyline, but I hope it's good. Now to the mutants, we have, of course, Polaris, Lorna, and Lorna is Polaris, not two different people, and Marco, her boyfriend, are finally together as well. They're talking about the baby, and then they decide to kidnap the Big Bag Sentinel guy. So that happened. Lorna, Polaris is just so cool. She's one of the best characters in the series, and she's a real hothead, very big hothead. And I'm really curious to see how she does as a leader of the Mutant Underground, because really, there's 3 pillars of the Mutant Underground. It is Polaris, Marco, and Thunderbird. Thank you to that person in the comments who told me last week. His name is Thunderbird. I was close, okay? I was really close. I got the bird part of it, kind of. So I'm interested to see how the 3 of them act as leaders together, because they're all very different. So I'm really excited to see her with the other mutants and what she's going to try to do now. Is this leading to a mutant civil war? A mutant human civil war? Because I still think that that's where it's heading, and I really hope it's heading that way. I think that'd be super interesting. Polaris does go a little overboard on some occasions. She lets the anger get the best of her, but she has Marco to kind of reel her back, I think, because Marco's the more let's just think about this, let's be safe about this. Also, she doesn't know about his deal with the cartel, so we'll see how that goes. Also, what happened is that guy shot, and so you have Blink and all of them trying to save. But what happens is Polaris and Marco decide to call in Blink and Dreamer, the one who gave Blink her memory of Thunderbird. I really hope I'm getting all of these names right. Okay, anyway, she's kind of figuring out that Dreamer put the thought in her the memory in her mind, which is just a total violation because she sees Dreamer messing around, well, a couple little things here and there. She kind of puts puzzle pieces together, but she sees it firsthand when she is trying to take away the memory of Polaris and Marco kidnapping the Sentinel baddie, and then also trying to figure out how Pulse is working with him, whether it's on his own accord or whether he's being mind-controlled or whatever, because if it happens to be that they can turn mutants against the Mutant Underground, then that's a real bad thing. So trying to figure that out, they don't figure it out. Instead, Dreamer completely messes up Daddy Sentinel over here, and does not remember that his daughter died due to mutants. He still thinks that she's alive, doesn't remember a lot of things, and it's really heartbreaking in a way. I like what this episode did with the bad guy, giving him a bit of a heart, like there is maybe a redeemable aspect to him. He doesn't want to hurt every mutant, I don't think, but he is so cautious about any mutant that he'll lock him up on a whim, and give him away to some secret facility that's probably hiding a whole bunch of mutants that we don't know about. So I really like what they did. I like how they gave him a heart, and because I don't really care much for stories like this and when it comes to superheroes where the bad person is just a bad person. Occasionally it works. Obviously you have the Venom type that is just born bad, or I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet because it's not out, and I obviously don't have any clout to go actually see the movie yet. But Hela, played by Cate Blanchett, I'm assuming that she's going to be kind of more purely evil in a way because she is the goddess of death, I believe. So I think that's leaning towards that. But I mean, I feel like the villains in the show, while they're human, they have the aspect of what a Loki has, to where you feel that they're not just doing it to do it. They have something's warped them to make them be like this. So I like what they're doing with that. Overall, this series is still really impressive. I'm still worried about Fox canceling it, because Fox does that. But we'll see. I mean, did anything else happen in this episode? I think I covered everything. If I didn't, please comment down below if I forgot any major storyline. One thing I do want to say, I really like how they're handling Blink. Is that her name? Is it Blinks or is it Blink, or am I crazy? Anyway, the Jamie Chung, who does the portals, I like how they're handling her in the aspect that they didn't just make her a lovesick puppy because of that memory that was put into her mind. She's like, well, maybe that was a dream. I'm gonna ask him if anything sort of happened, and she's gonna stay away from it, and she's just she's a bit more hardened. She didn't turn into lovesick puppy, which I was worried about when I first saw that. She was gonna try to be all over Thunderbird and have it be the super awkward thing, but she's kept her distance, and she's been smart about it, and she somehow figured out that Dreamer is the one that put it in her mind, and now she's pissed at her. So yeah, that's happening. So I wonder how that's gonna really play out. I wonder if they're gonna actually make Thunderbird and Blink? I don't know her name. Okay, this week's episode of I Don't Know the Person's Name, can you please comment down below? That seems to be the easiest. I've got too much pride to look it up on my own. So thank you to everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, tell me what the hell her name is. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I make videos Monday through Friday. Sometimes I miss a day. Last week it was not my problem, not my fault. That Riverdale recap was supposed to go up on Thursday. I filmed it, I edited it, I was trying to do it. My computer was not uploading anything. It was I had turned it off and turned it back on, restarted it. Wasn't turning on, so I had to basically completely reboot my computer. So it's not my fault. I was prepared. This week, we're not gonna miss a day. I've got a whole lineup of stuff, so I'm very excited. Tonight, I'm going to see Geostorm. I watched the first Matrix for the first time ever, and we got the Riverdale recap, and Stranger Things 2 came out, and I watched the whole thing, so you'll be getting that as well. So, hope you guys stick with me. Okay, bye.